Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Kind of excited to see this. It's about a group of rich 20-year-olds who have like a hurricane party and some bodies start showing up, whatever. But it's about like backstabbing and not being real friends, all that kind of stuff. I don't know, kind of interesting. 6.5 on IMDb, 13,739 people rated it so far. Myha'la Steinberg, I thought I knew her, but I can't say her name, is in it. Other than that, oh, Pete Davidson's in it. So, well, that's it. Okay, that's as far as it'll go. Of the people I recognize. So, I don't know. For some reason, this has been on my list for a while. I think it's supposed to be good. 6.7, did I say? So, can't be that bad. Let's get an hour and 37 minutes long. Let's get into it and find out what it's about, give you a better idea, let you know what I think. Stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, got the credits of Bodies, 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 and I have to say I'm disappointed. I don't think I checked in, so I apologize about that. I don't know. Well, it starts off as an okay plot. I don't know if it's generational, like age, demographics. So it just didn't hit for me, right? So the idea, okay, they start off at first by saying, you know, a bunch of rich 20-something-year-olds go up to this house for hurricane. Right, so they just have a party, I guess, to go inlet. We don't know any of that, but there's a storm, whatever. But they're all at this party, and they're, for the most part, lifelong friends. There are two people who aren't lifelong friends who show up on the guest list, and they're there. And it's at, what's his name's house? But, well, his character's house. And, you know, they're all hanging out, having a good time, somewhat. You know, talking about their friendship and stuff, and some people haven't been in touch for a while, whatever, they're still friends forever. And then they play this game, Bodies, 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 which is Among Us. If you have kids, or maybe you know yourself, you know what Among Us is? That's what it is. They play Among Us, so this movie could have been Among Us instead of Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. That's ultimately what they play. So they have this game, they run around the house, one of them's the killer, the other ones are, you know, victims or whatever they're called, and then you there's no puzzles or anything like that. But if you catch the murderer catch somebody, they land on the floor, and then we all come out and we all vote on who's the murderer. They play Among Us. That's 20-year-olds, right? So, okay, great. And then it turns into actual people dying, and you know, it becomes a murder mystery kind of thing, right? And fast forward to the end, okay, right? What they end up doing there, and that whole piece, I like. Okay, so make it to the end if you do decide to get into this. But there's, you know, after, I want to say the hour mark, really, is, you know, they say, and it's stereotypical, I think, so the rich kids, in the middle of people literally dying and being murdered, you know, as this is going on, they have a ridiculous fight about who's richer, you know, and it's said about backstabbing and stuff like that, which I could see, but no, they stand there and they argue over petty stuff. Like, I couldn't imagine, like, if one of my lifelong friends ended up dead, or multiple, I don't think I'd be as petty fighting as they were. You know, I could see getting mad and being untrustworthy and, you know, all that kind of stuff. I get that. But when you see this piece, it was almost like I was so put off by it. Like, their whole argument going back and forth, and then, you know, all of their actions on how they, like, it's not like, oh, you know, maybe I think you did it, so let's tie you up kind of thing. Which maybe I would do if I didn't know somebody and I thought maybe they were, they just put them outside. You know, where they don't, you know, just put them, like they can't get back in. I mean, this house is huge. So that's ridiculous. And again, that could be maybe what would happen today. Maybe I'm different and I react different to different kinds of situations. And, you know, I wouldn't be arguing over somebody's texting back and forth. So maybe that's what they would do today, and I'm missing the boat. Okay? And then even at the end, there's a little post-credit scene, sorry here. But even at the end, like, and I don't want to explain it too much because I don't want to give anything away if you do decide to watch this movie. But like, you know, when we're getting to the dramatic climax and things are still happening, there's this scene where it's just like, what? Like, I don't know. I can't explain it. I might have to do a little bit of spoiler alert. So, I'll leave it all at that. It just gets so ridiculous. Like, I'm thinking to myself, is this meant to be like a dark comedy and I didn't catch it, and or what? I'm really surprised the scores are this high, but again, it could be just me missing the boat. So, because of my, I probably liked it, but because of my level of disappointment, I want to knock it down to a 5, honestly. But okay, real quick, and get into small spoilers. So, if you don't want it to be spoiled at all, thank you for tuning in. I'm not going to spoil the ending. I'm just going to talk a little bit more openly about the film, just so I can get this off my chest. But let's real quick. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Okay, at the end, when she asked to see texts on another phone, okay? Like over petty stuff, right? Ridiculous stuff. That's what she's asking. And the phone gets thrown, okay? And then they wrestle for this phone. No problem so far. Then they get the phone. And when they get the phone, instead of continuing the fight, let's log in. Let's attempt to log in, like with nothing. It's like, watch that scene. If you haven't seen it already, check it out. It's just like, wait, you're just fighting over a phone, which is ridiculous in its own right because of the whole situation that they're actually fighting for, but that's happened throughout the entire evening. And then you're just, okay, you got it, so let's just see what happens. Oh, sorry. Really had to get that out. I hope you stuck with me. I apologize. Maybe this was a really good film for the right kind of people. It did not hit it for me. But I'm done now. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.